Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Guilt-Free Mind. Today, the topic of discussion is signs that you have narcissistic parents. I know, not a very healthy topic, but we need to know what is there out in the world, and you need to know if you are a victim of narcissistic parents, like if you're a child of narcissistic parents. So, uh, let's get into a video. But before that, I would like to request you, if you haven't pressed that subscribe button, now would be an amazing time to go and hit it. Also, put that notification bell and set it to all so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a new video. And if you have any queries about this video, any other, or is any mental health query, you don't have to feel stupid, or you don't have to feel that the query is useless. You can always reach me live on Twitch and I will be happy to answer your query. I also do conduct mental health sessions on Tuesdays and Fridays on Twitch from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. So hit me up if you've got questions. So we'll solve them together. Now, for the video, let's get into it. So, what's exactly narcissistic parent? Like, what is narcissistic? Like, narcissistic is a word that is so commonly used in today's world that the meaning has just got altered. Narcissistic basically means anyone who's arrogant, but that's not actually it. Arrogance is different. Narcissism is different. Narcissistic parents only are able to see themselves. For them, their child is an extension of their own self. They feel that they gave birth to the child, so they can expect anything out of the child. The child's entire life's purpose is to fulfill the wishes of the parents. This is how narcissists treat or feel towards their children. For them, children are a commodity that they own, not actual human beings with feelings. It's sad but true. Let's get into the signs that you can use to figure out if you are the child of narcissistic parents, or if you are the child of narcissism. Okay, so the first point. Narcissistic parents use their child for their own gain. As I said, their children are their extension. So they might love you one minute, they might curse you the next minute. You are the one who faces their mood swings. You are the one who has to keep up with their everything. If they have to work, it's your fault. If they did anything wrong, that is also your fault. So basically, if you are doing things that they want you to do, they will love you. So if your mom asked you to cook her dinner, you did that. Oh, you are the best child, but you forgot to take out the garbage. You are the worst child in the world. I don't know why the hell I even gave birth to you. That kind of an attitude. It's very difficult for kids to, have an emotionally stable, forget stability, or even have moments where they feel emotionally healthy in such an environment. Because narcissists, all they care about is themselves. Coming to the second point, hypercritical. You can never do anything that's, up to the level of your parents or your parent. If you get grade A in your class, your parents would ask you, why didn't you get A plus? Even if no one else in your class got A plus and the teacher was really strict and stuff, they'll still say you should have worked harder. You could have gotten A plus. I don't care about the other kids. At this point, they will not compare you to others. But if there is a child in the class who did get an A plus and you didn't, why didn't you get an A plus? When that child could do it, why couldn't you? Look at that child, how much that person studies, never wastes any time, doesn't have any free time, doesn't have a social life, doesn't care about it even, because what matters right now is studies. But you, even if you've spent like 5 minutes watching TV, you wasted your time watching TV, and the wastage of the time is extrapolated and exaggerated, and you are made to feel like a failure. That is the problem when parents are being hypercritical towards their children. Now, next, silent treatment. You don't do anything, even if it's like one iota of stuff as per your parent, and you get the silent treatment. They'll just manipulate you by staying silent, and they will wait for you to give in and cave in and go say sorry, because you are the child and you are always supposed to say sorry. Now, this can also be because you forgot to tell your parents that they had to take their medication. They rely on you for their medication. They rely on you to remind them about important social appointments that they have to do. And in other words, you are basically supposed to be the mom and the dad of your parents. Like, they want the respect from you. They want the admiration from you, but they also want you to be basically their reminder application like that. So you're supposed to do everything for them so that their life is on track. And if you don't, you get the silent treatment. Next, they like to control each and every aspect. It does not matter whether you're a 2-year old, 20-year old, or a 40-year old. If you have narcissistic parents, they will make sure that their nose is in your business all the time. Even if you're married, they will come and try and give you marital suggestions. They will tell you what you should be doing with your life. They will tell you which stream you're supposed to pursue in your academic career. They will tell you which sports you're supposed to engage in school, or whether you're supposed to engage in or not, or what's good for you, what's bad for you. They will always be the one deciding that for you, no matter how old you are or how mature you are. For them, you're just never enough. They are also jealous of their children's success. I know this is one very hard pill to swallow. Most of the time, we are like, our parents would be proud of us, but narcissists are actually jealous of their child's success. They want their child to succeed. It's not that they don't want it, but they don't want their child to, superimpose their success. So suppose there's a child and a parent, and the parent did okay in their lives. They had they had a decent education, a decent job, but the child outdid them. They will not like that. Or even in school, or in anything, like even if it's as a matter as simple as cooking. Suppose the parent cooks well, but the child cooks exceptionally well. The parent will try to steal the limelight from the child by telling everyone, oh, I'm the one who taught him or her how to cook. I'm the reason, my daughter does such good makeup, or my son dresses so well because I'm the one who has taught them. So, doesn't matter that your child has actually excelled beyond you in that regard. Maybe their child is a supermodel, but they'll always say, oh, I taught her everything that she knows about the business, even if that person's a banker. So I'm just trying to, make a hypothetical situation where you understand how narcissistic parents actually treat their children. So no matter what the child does, it's either because of the parent that the child is able to do whatever the child is able to do. Otherwise, the child would not be able to succeed in any field of life. So they are basically jealous, and they don't like the limelight on anyone else. This is one typical characteristic of a narcissistic person. So if they are in a party, they cannot see the limelight on anyone else. The limelight has to be on them all of the time. So they will do anything to get it. If it's their child, they will say that I'm the one who taught the child, even if they have done nothing. It's all about the accolades with them. Society should look to them and appreciate them and their hard work and their endeavors. If anyone else gets the appreciation more than them, it stings. And it stings so bad that they will do anything to get back the appreciation. That. As I said before, narcissists love to turn the conversation back to their own self. So if you are a child of a narcissistic parent, you probably have faced this a lot. When people come and accolade you on your achievement, your parent would just come and tell, oh, he didn't know anything. I am the one who taught him, and today look at him, he's doing so amazing. They'll praise you. But, the route to that praise will be so indirect that you will feel that it's not really a praise, it's just a sting. A large, large sting. So that is what they are expert at doing. They are expert at bringing the limelight back to themselves. They are the ones who want, appreciate, and love the spotlight, but they don't want to do anything with their life. I mean, whatever they did, they did. It's not like they want to grow in their life. They want you to do things, but they want the credit for it. Because the limelight should always be on them. Next point. They want success. I mean, maybe they tried. I wouldn't say that narcissists just don't try for success. They do. They tried. Maybe the parents couldn't. Maybe your parent couldn't, achieve what they actually wanted to in their life. And then you came along. So now you are their path to success. At this point, maybe a little hard to understand. So let me, rephrase this. So suppose your parent wanted to attain a high degree in, let's say, medical degree, and your parent couldn't pass the initial medical exams itself to get into, the course, and they did something else. Now you're their child. From the time you're born, you heard that you have to become a doctor, and not only a doctor, you have to become a cardiothoracic surgeon, because that's what I wanted to be and I couldn't be, so now you have to be. Now suppose you don't even have interest in medicine, you have interest in business, you want to be an entrepreneur, but your parent will be like, no, I don't care what you want, you have to be a cardiothoracic surgeon because I wanted to be and I couldn't be. So you are their path to success, because when you grow up and clear the exams and become a cardiothoracic surgeon, your parent will tell everyone, it was my decision that my child became a cardiothoracic surgeon today. I paved the way for him or her, and I put in all the long hours. I stayed up with, even if they didn't never stayed up with you. That is what they will tell the world, that I, that whatever you are is because of them. So they are the ones who have put you on this path where you are being so successful. It's all them, and it's not you at all. Now, the next one is monopolizing your time. When you are a child, they will tell you, you have to study, you don't have time to talk to me or anyone else in the house. You just have to focus on your career, or if there's anything else they want you to do, if they want you to play cricket, they'll say you have to constantly play, you have to constantly practice and stuff like that. But when you achieve success and when you actually really don't have time to meet people and talk to them because you're so busy chasing your dreams now that they are your dream, they'll say, you just don't spend time with us. You don't care about us. You don't love your parents. You are always saying that you're so busy, you're so busy, you're so busy. But we want some time from you. So they will try to monopolize your time. They will try to get into your business, and they will try to, poke and prod and try to teach you things that you don't really want to learn from them. Basically, they'll always be up there in your personal space, or they'll try to be at least. Next. For you, being in a relationship is difficult. You're afraid to. You being in a relationship is very difficult. You've always grown up with an ideology that if I am of value to others, then they will be my friend, or then they'll appreciate me. But the fact that someone wants to be your friend just because you're interesting or a good person is something you cannot even comprehend. Because of this, because of the twisted ideology that such people grow up with, because of having narcissistic parents, they find it very hard to maintain a stable relationship. It's impossible for them to fathom that if they are not useful to the other person, the other person still wants to be friends with them. It is cruel the way the brain gets twisted because of years of conditioning, but this is what happens. Next, no boundaries. And I'm not talking about physical boundaries here. You may still have physical boundaries, but the emotional and the mental boundaries, they are just not there. For your parent, yes, you're a commodity, but to be able to manipulate you, they need to know what you are thinking. So they will dig deep into your mind and find out things that you don't want them to know. They'll manipulate you using that. They'll blackmail you. So for a narcissistic parent, there is literally no limit where they'll stop hurting their child if they feel that they have something to gain from it. They'll just go all the way in. And because of this, there is no emotional or mental boundary between the child and the parent. Eventually, when the child grows up, the child does not realize that, okay, there is a boundary when we are talking to others. The child may start exhibiting the same traits that he or she has learned from the parent, because what are we if not a reflection of our parents? We try to be like them, we idealize our parents, and if the child has undergone successful manipulation, as in if the parent has successfully manipulated the child, then the child might just grow up to be a copy version of the parent and manipulate others for their gain, and not understand boundary or not understand when to leave a topic alone, because that's something they've never been exposed to. So these are the 10 points that indicate that you have narcissistic parents. If you have any confusion, or if you want me to elaborate on any of the points, or if you just want more details, you can find me on Twitch. I do mental health sessions on Tuesdays and Fridays from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. If you are a child of a narcissistic parent and want to heal yourself, the first step I would say is get away from such people. If you're studying, study hard, get a job, go away, move away. You need to put some physical distance first so that the manipulation, constant manipulation, and that no mental boundary can stop or at least reduce to an extent. The second thing I would suggest is consult a psychologist. A psychologist will not only tell you which of your behavior is socially acceptable, which is not. They'll also help you, understand where things went wrong, what shouldn't have been the way it was, and how you can deal with it and be better. Not only for yourself, but for your future. Not only for the present, but your future as well. So, if you are a child of narcissistic parent, please, 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 it's my sincere request that you do these things. And if you have any suggestions, any stories, or any words of encouragement to provide others, please mention them in the comment section below. Your story may not seem important to you, but it may just provide someone else the courage that they need to reach out for help for their mental health. Please join me in this fight and let's destigmatize mental health. It's been stigmatized for way too long, and people don't deserve to be treated in this way. We all have skeletons in our closet, and it's time we accept it. I have plenty in my closet. So, well, with that, I have reached the end of this video. So, if you haven't pressed that like button yet and the subscribe button, please do so right now. And also ring that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a new video. Don't forget the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye, take care.